are good here. And also, the other thing I like about TESOL Greece is it's so clearly a community. There's a community of teachers, and the people who come to TESOL Greece a lot come again and again, and so it's like visiting a family more than going to a sort of. Of course, it's a professional event, but it has this kind of family feel. Slightly. Occasional arguments around the dinner table kind of family, but on the whole, this family that looks really good together. I love coming into that.
Thank you.
Well, since you brought up this community, this society of teachers that we are all together, what kind of motto would you give them if they would like to join this educational revolution? Is there a motto that you would suggest?
That's quite a difficult question. It's rather far-reaching. I've got about three things I want to say. First but this, I think this is an out-of-date message, because I think most teachers feel like this anyway. Just don't be worried about stuff, and especially any kind of digital revolution. Don't worry about it.
It's important to listen to it, though.
Just listen to it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the bits you want to enjoy. Listen to your students, find out what they enjoy, and use it. But you don't have to become expert at anything. Indeed, some of the best uses of digital technology, I'm sure of this, are not special and wonderful things that are invented for language students and all this. They're just things like WhatsApp, like Facebook, like blogs, like messaging, like just taking photos on your phone and using that. It's all there. And whereas, I think, by the way, this is a big issue, and it's to do with revolutions and evolutions, that whereas in, say, 2002 or so, when Web 2 first arrived, so people rushed around looking for dedicated apps and dedicated programs, and you've got to have this, that, and you had to become an expert in how to use this and how to use that. What's happened is that technology is now part of our ordinary lives.
You're right.
And the three of us here are perfectly competent at using technology. You probably use this more than I do, and you use that more than I do, but we're all perfectly competent at using social media. I can make little films on my camera. In the old days, you needed a massive sort of equipment and tapes. Well, all of that's available for teaching. And just as teachers have always used what's around them, so if you like, the evolution of technology into something that is unbelievably user-friendly, it's just here for the taking. You don't necessarily have to go to lots of technology talks to be a perfectly competent user of technology, because all you have to do as a teacher is think, what do I use in my life? I wonder if any students could use that. Is there anyone I could use that and
and take it into class.
And just take it into class, or get, I don't know. But if you think about what you use regularly, whether it's messaging or filming or cameras or whatever, could you use that in teaching? And the answer is probably, if you wanted to. You don't have to, but if you wanted to. So I think, I remember, say, 10 years ago, lots of talks about, there was lots of technology anxiety around. But now, if you're lucky enough to be hooked up to the internet in class or on your phones, well, why on earth wouldn't you use Google in teaching English? Sometimes.
A lot of more possibilities.
A lot more possibilities.
Yeah.
I think I've just been in Cuba, where they have almost no access to internet at all, and none of the things that Greek teachers, certainly in some sectors, take for granted. They get on fine, by the way.
Yep.
But all I can say is, in many ways, we're much luckier, because we've got all this lovely stuff, and why not use it?
Well, Jeremy, thank you very much for finding the time to talk to us. Thank you.
It's a complete pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Nice to talk to you.